Hello, my beautiful Aquarius. Welcome to your monthly love reading. This will be for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Please keep in mind energy can go vice versa, and this reading won't resonate with everyone. So take what fits, but please leave the rest out. Okay, we have focus. Maintain a purposeful path by aligning your focus and eliminating distractions. With venture into the unknown territories to ignite a sense of daring exploration. So I see that you're on a new journey, a new voyage here. It's something that feels very fresh, very new. It's kind of like your belief system is very different than it was in the past. And suddenly you're seeing that you can create your own reality. So the divine is guiding you along. You guys are finally getting out of this season of learning and gaining knowledge about who you are, your inner strength as well. You guys have been survivors all along. I love you unconditionally. I want you. Okay, so I see that this is preparation. What you've been through already is really aligning something for you, something new. And someone definitely is very much in their feelings here, knows what they want. Overall energy, Queen of Cups. This is about diving into our intuition, allowing our emotions to fuel not the negative side of our thoughts, but the positive. Okay, so I see someone's finally listening to their intuition, allowing it to guide the way. Even if others tell you it's crazy or different, I see that there's a lot of things going on here in the spiritual realm. So 9 of Swords, 3 of Cups, King of Cups, and the 10 of Wands for your energy. So you have been through this process. It's almost like you've been awakened by a specific person. And you're finally releasing your fears, your doubts about yourself, as well as kind of fearing really opening up or talking to them because you feel like things won't be the same as it was before. Or maybe there's some things you're afraid to hear that they've done. 10 of Wands, you feel very burdened at this time. But I like this because you've hit the 10 and you're finally releasing this. You've gone through the motions. You've learned so much about yourself, your feelings, also your own triggers. And it has been a healing process. And you're kind of finally at the end of your journey here, ready to sail off into a new perspective, a new way of being, allowing doors to open for you from the divine. And in the King of Cups, I mean, there's no denying it. This person's love for you just won't go away even if there is distance. So let's see what they're doing. 5 of Wands, 9 of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands. Yeah, they still have this idea, what they want to happen between the two of you. But I see they're a bit frustrated. They're also tired. They feel very scared to contact you or to approach you in some way because they are also scared that they might hear something that they don't like. But the Ace of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, they're coming up with new ideas, new opportunities here. And as much as they try to run away from you or their feelings for you, it's like they get pulled back even deeper. And it starts to scare them a little bit frustrating as well because they don't feel very in control of their own feelings. Let's see the Ace of Wands. 6 of Cups, 7 of Wands, 8 of Pentacles, because there's something special about you. You feel like home to this person. There's a very deep connection spiritually here. 7 of Wands, 8 of Pentacles as well. They feel that they are so tired of trying to go against the grain, against this connection, that maybe there are other things in their situation or environment in the Knight of Pentacles that have stopped them from really being with you. That they feel they're just exhausted. They can't stop what their heart wants. They can't stop their own feelings. A lot of them are having these dreams related to you, and it's really triggering for them. It makes them wake up into reality and be very devastated that it's not the truth or that that's not what's happening. And it makes them fall down into a spiral of negative thinking. But this is the process. They have mirrored you. You've already gone through the feelings that they're going through, and you're coming out stronger, victorious. Let's see this 5 of Wands. We have the Fool, World, and the Ace of Cups. Yeah, they can feel this surge of energy, that there's something new, something waiting for them around the corner. But they just can't find their way to it. They're just so scared to make a move, afraid that it won't work out, that they just like to stay where they're at, but their heart keeps longing for it. Let's see what's happened in the past. Let's find out what's really, truly gone on here. Wheel of Fortune, Six of Swords, Lovers, Ace of Pentacles. So for them, it's showing they feel like this was a match made in heaven, but they disguised it to you as, oh, this is great, an opportunity, or, you know, you're a great person, I connect with you. Very surface level emotions, but they didn't want to let you know this. Wheel of Fortune, Six of Swords. Things took a turn for them because they realized, due to their circumstances, they would ultimately have to make a choice to leave something behind or choose you. Also, some of them were engaging or having opportunities come their way that they felt they had to focus on instead of this connection, drawing them farther away from you. Let's see this Ace of Pentacles. Devil. So I see both of your circumstances changed as life goes, right? That's the only thing we can depend on here is change. Devil and the Page of Cups. Yeah. They just feel so deeply connected to you, but it kind of drove them crazy. Okay, and to the point where it was started to trigger some things from their past in the Devil card, some attachment style that they have trouble dealing with, and they know this about themselves, but you were making them face it, face their own fears. And the more that they had to do this because they didn't want to lose you, it made it exhausting for them, frustrating as well. And so they would kind of act out here, be very cold or punish you with detachment, try to push off their own feelings or emotions on you, possibly stir up some trouble a little bit, you know, try to make you frustrated or flustered because they were. Let's see this Page of Cups. Magician. They were trying to confuse you. They were trying to play the strategy of making you feel frustrated or confused because they were, and they didn't like that feeling. So they're like, that's not fair that they are not insecure about this. They're okay. I feel insecure and I don't want them to just feel like everything's okay. That's just not fair. So it's just kind of an immature energy. Let's see this Magician. Queen of Wands and the High Priestess. Yeah, but nothing could stop how they felt deep down. In their intuition, they knew there's something fierce about you, something so powerful, and that they were so drawn to you, they could not pull themselves away even if they tried. So something had happened here in their situation in the Wheel of Fortune. Something made it impossible for them to handle this any longer, and they withdrew. Some of you might have gotten ghosted because they couldn't handle the truth, or they couldn't handle talking to you. Or if you did speak to them the last time, it seemed like they were a different person, that this never existed, or they didn't care. We have Three of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, Death, and the Ten of Swords. Yes. So I just heard, whenever you're ready, I surrender. Okay, so there's something here where this person feels like this has been a standoff, a struggle. They've been fighting their feelings for so long. Possibly you have too. And both of you have been separated, not speaking to each other. And they are exhausted. They're ready, trying to wave their white flag. But they're doing it energetically. It's kind of like they don't want to speak about it quite yet. But they feel the need that something needs to be resolved here. Okay, so with the Death, Ten of Swords, this situation needed to end, okay? There was a lot of things going on, a lot of past baggage, emotions that were coming up to the surface that needed to be addressed. This may have ended in a very harsh way, Aquarius, with the Ten of Swords and the Death card. Something that was so painful, that brought up a lot of emotions within you, a lot of things from the past for yourself. But it was meant to happen this way, as hard as it was, because you are renewed in your own sense of self. You have this newfound belief in your own journey and also where you're headed, who you are as a person. It's a very powerful connection. And with the Eight of Wands, even though everything was all over the map, and you feel like you couldn't rely on this person, there was no stability, you know that this connection cannot be broken because there is a spiritual tie here. The connection is very much alive. So it is just about faith and believing in the divine. And I see the divine testing you both here. The Three of Pentacles, again, it's insinuating that throughout this whole situation, they weren't willing to work 50-50 with you as a teammate. It's more like they stirred up trouble, tried to trigger you a little bit because they felt unsafe or uncomfortable in their own emotions. They never really felt like this before because they feel you see right through them. And they may have been able to try to hide in the past. This person is definitely somebody that could be secretive, doesn't say too much. They have a strategy, possibly playing aloof or dumb at times, you know, just to kind of let people say what they need to say. It's just a strategy so that they feel safe. They don't give up too much information, but they're very private. So Ace of Swords, Seven of Cups, Page of Pentacles for what's about to happen. So you're on the right path. Please keep listening to the divine because the truth is coming out. The time has come, this moment of truth, the final reckoning. Everything will be exposed. You're finally going to know exactly where you stand. So if this reading is resonating with you, in Extended, we're going to find out exactly what they do moving forward, what they say, as well as the timing and the outcome. If this is your last stop, though, thank you so much for joining me. Many blessings to you guys. I love you, and I'll see you next time.